Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be taking you through creating an art journal page or junk journal page in this junk journal art journal that I'm creating from an old phone book. So this is an outdated phone book. So I created this cover yesterday and had so much fun doing it. This was original text that was already on the cover, and then I painted this part with acrylics, and I used some magazine lettering to create this phrase, "There's no place like an artist's brain," because it's so true. And then I used color scraping to do the colors. I also continued the color scraping a bit into my onto my first pages, and I just love how colorful this all came out. It just makes me happy. I still have to do some more on these pages, but for today's video, I really wanted to do a video about 2026 being the year of the fire horse. So I want to do an art journal page inspired by that notion and kind of this new energy, fresh energy of a new year and all that it brings. So I'm going to be taking you through all of the process today, and I'm going to start first by transforming these pages into something new. To start off, I've got some craft paint, and I'm just going to paint over all of these pages just to create a nice background to work on. The paint also helps to thicken the pages a little bit. I have stuck some pages together because, as you can see, these are very, very thin pages in this book, but the paint does help as well. And adding lots of layers with the art journaling will also help thicken the page a bit as we're going. I love the idea of repurposing things and recycling things that would otherwise just be thrown away. So this is a great use for this book, and I'm really excited to fill up this book as the year goes on. So definitely stay tuned and follow along to see what else I'm going to create in this art journal, junk journal. So there we have our basic background. That's probably maybe a little bit more here, but that's probably all the paint that we need to start. For this next part, I have gathered some paint brushes as well as some paints. I've got red, yellow, and orange, as well as just another red for extra backup. And then these are the pieces of cardboard that I used for my color scraping that I showed you in the beginning. So I'm going to do that same technique for this background because I really liked the effect that it created, and it was so much fun to do. And the paint dries, so you can always reuse the same cardboard a few times for this kind of thing. So what I'm going to start by doing is taking some yellow, and I'm going to be just dotting bits of paint, kind of thick bits of paint around my paper. So now I'm going to take the red, I'm going to dot that red around. Well, let's go with this and see what happens. So now I can take my cardboard, so I'm just going to reuse this piece. And this is the really fun part. So I'm just going to take the cardboard and press it hard onto the paper, and then just drag how I want it to be on the page. And as you'll see, like, a lot will be left over, so put that aside because we'll definitely use that a little bit later. I'm going to take another bit of cardboard, pressing pretty hard, and drag that paint across. And you can even just use it again. That's sort of the effect we're going for here. And then on this side, I'm going to do and I'll turn that around. Okay, so yeah, I love that. Then I'll just add a little bit more with the extra bits. So as you can see, that can help use up what you have left on your paper. Drag that to the bottom, and I think here we need a little bit more color, and I'll just use up wherever I can. So now we've got a nice dynamic background with lots of different color on it. I found a bit of a different orange to use, so I'm just going to add a little bit of that into some spots as well, just to bring a bit more orange, and I'll also scrape that in. Now what I'm going to do is take this beautiful magazine image and I'm going to cut it up and kind of add it into sections of this picture. Just really love the colors, and I think it'll look really nice as part of the background. So we're going to be doing a bit of collaging. There's so many different ways that you can add things to your page. So I'm going to also do a bit of this over here somewhere. So this is what I have got so far, and I might add a couple more little bits, but I like that it's just bringing in a little pop of this beautiful pink into this background. Next up, I'm going to use this paint marker, and I'm going to just fill in like some bits of black onto parts of this page, because I think the contrast will be really nice with the white sort of showing through. Create a nice texture on this page. So I found these awesome pictures of horses that was in a catalog or some old book. So I'm going to be cutting some of these out and incorporating them into the design. I'm really excited to have some pictures of horses for this because horses are actually, for me, one of the hardest things to draw. I'm not that good at drawing horses. So I've already cut a couple out, and I love this one. It's got an awesome jumping vibe going on, which is perfect for this year, because the year of the horse is all about energy flowing and movement. So I love that one. And yeah, I'm going to keep cutting a couple out until I have enough for the page. Okay, so I have this crazy idea. Now that I've got all the horses, I am going to be trying to make them a little bit more fire horsey. So what I want to do is, I don't know if this is going to work, but we are going to try it. And so I've got a bit of a glue here, and I'll try it first on this one. So I want to do, this is supposed to be a glitter glue, but it's kind of old, so I don't think it's going to work exactly as a glitter glue. But I have, ooh, it's kind of, wow, purple. That's quite cool. Ooh, okay, that's pretty awesome. So, so my idea is I also have some silver, gold glitter. So I want to add a bit of this glitter to this glue and just have like a bit of a shimmer in the purple. So this is going to, oh my gosh, it looks so cool on camera. It looks cool in person too. It's like really sparkly. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow, that's amazing. I haven't played with glitter for a long time. Usually it gets everywhere, so that's why. But we're just gonna have some fun with it today. I can't get over how cool that looks. So I'm gonna do that to all the rest of them. And that'll be like the sparkly fire part of these horses. Hopefully this glitter will set nicely in the glue. I really hope that happens. But it looks so cool, oh my word. Wow! Last bits of magic. Shine! Love this. So I've arranged the horses how I want them. The kind of idea is that I've got these ramps, which are from a magazine. It's like a wooden sort of texture that I cut out. And the idea is that I'm going to have the horses kind of walking up in a line and then jumping into kind of this new year and this new energy. So that's what will happen with this horse. But I'm starting by just gluing all of these guys down. I've glued these ones already, and yeah, I think they came out really cool with the glitter. I'm really excited about this whole glitter thing, and that's the look so far. So what I'd like to do next is with this horse, I kind of want to have it like jumping into a different sort of dimension, being this year 2026. So I think I found this circle in a magazine, and this is also a magazine picture, so I'd really like to incorporate those into this collage. And then I also found, if I can find it, oh, I wanted to change this part into green, so have it be like really fresh and bright. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do this. I think what I'll start by doing is sticking down the horse, or actually sticking down the grass first, and then I can do the collaging part on the, I'm just going to figure out kind of like how to cut it, so we'll have a look at how to do that. Then yeah, so I want to have that be there to be awesome. Okay, then now definitely need the horse to fit on the page, and yeah, I want to have it kind of like jumping into, okay, I guess actually it should be more like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so how am I gonna stick this? I think I will just be able, yeah, okay. I think I can just stick the horse down first, get that down, and then okay, so let's make sure I have enough space to fit everything. So maybe like that, and just wanna glue that there, and then yeah, now I can do the circle coming over. So it'll be something like that. And then yeah, this is gonna go on this corner. Oh no, but there's that rider down there. Okay, yeah, so this will probably be able to go somewhere here like that. And that is going to be jumping into this whole fresh energy, which I really love. This is so much fun to create. I'm really enjoying this process. I hope you are enjoying watching this. I have a lot of art journaling and collage making and junk journaling and other videos on my channel, so definitely check those out if you are enjoying this process. There's lots and lots of different videos out there. Okay, so now I want to make the kind of a little bit of greenery around the horses, just so they can sort of stand up a little bit more from the background. So I think what I'll do for that is, let's see if I have anything here. I have another thing from, so I could do some of this, which is quite pretty. Just cut little bushes out. Something like that. This was such a pretty background. It was from a magazine. And yeah, I just really love the colors. I'll often cut out pieces like this and then save them for using in these art journals and junk journals. So yeah, can maybe fit a small one. Only really have like this size left over here. So that's how it's looking so far. Oh my word, I'm excited. This is really, really cool. So then I don't know, maybe I should, because I have this, which is quite striking and bold. So I might just cut a few pieces to edge off this circle, this sort of division a little bit. So it's a little bit more visible, the sort of going between each world. These are two phrases that I found in magazines, and I'd like to use these as well over here. So I stuck one of the red backgrounds. So I want to do requires a mind shift, and then the make your own rules as they're crossing through to this new area. I also found these, so I've got nothing but new energy and then enjoy your life. So I want to add those all to this section, and that'll be most of my words on this page. And then there's still something I want to do to some parts of this. So yeah, I'll show you that in a second. I found some more of the same background from this, so I decided over here to make kind of like a temptation portal. So these horses and riders are kind of like going towards it, but they might skip it or they might miss it, and then they carry on going, sort of like a little tease, but then the actual real jump is through this portal into this new energy of 2026. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know, we're making our own rules here. So, so yeah, I like the idea of like sometimes we get an opportunity and we see it, but we don't really like take it or jump on it. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to show here is like these opportunities exist and things exist, but sometimes we just don't see it because we're too focused on just like going along with the flow. So yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to show with that. But eventually all these horses will get to jump through into this awesome new energy. And there we have it. That is the finished art journal page for 2026, the year of the fire horse. And this was so much fun to make, and I'm really excited about how this turned out. If you like this video, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment what you thought. If you art journal, if you junk journal, love to hear about that. And I'll see you soon in the next video as we jump into this new energy of a new year. Woo!